What's going on, everybody? This is Real Estate Q&A Sessions week 33. It's either 32 or 33, but who's counting? Because we've been doing this every single week. Welcome. Appreciate you guys for popping up in here. You guys already know what it is. Real Estate Q&A Session every Thursday at 12 o'clock. I am a little late right now. It's 12:15, but it's all good. As you guys can see, I am in the car. What's going on, brother? What's going on, man? Yeah, I'm in the car today. Normally I am at the house when I do these Q&A sessions. I'm gonna let y'all know right off the bat, I am not happy right now. Not happy. I'm out in the field, and we just lost a bid on an auction property that's a 9-unit auction, a 9-unit property. And I'm actually pretty upset right now. I'm trying to hide it. I'm sitting right outside the unit, of the property, at a very nice, desirable area. One of the top areas here in Baltimore, and they had a 9-unit brownstone, huge 6,100 square foot brownstone up for auction today, online auction. And I am the representing seller. I am representing one of the buyers. I was representing one of the buyers that was interested in the property, but I was also willing to become a partner on the deal and put some equity into the property so I could have a share of the deal, since it's a phenomenal property in a phenomenal area of Baltimore. And due to some miscommunication, we ended up losing the bid. And the bid came in $50K less than what it did over the summer. The house went up for auction in the summer, and closing bid was $500,000. The buyer did not perform, and so they put it back out on auction today. And so if you can imagine, you say, well, what are houses worth? Houses are worth what people are willing to pay. That guy was willing to pay $500,000. Who put it under contract back in the summertime. So anything less than $500,000 on a 9-unit apartment is going to be great, right? And so the bid ended up closing in at $455, and there was some miscommunication as far as what we were willing to go up to, and the time ran out, and we did not get the bid. And I've been sitting out front of this apartment building for the past hour with my laptop, my Mac out, looking at the bid and all that kind of stuff, on the phone with my partner, on the phone with the buyer, trying to structure this deal together to where we could figure out, how to be equity partners in this deal. And there was some miscommunication, and we were not able to put in a rebuttal bid. Dang it! Shit! God, I'm sorry, but I am upset. I'm upset. But I'm going to show y'all the area anyway, so you guys can see why I'm upset, right? 9-unit apartment building in Baltimore. Dang it, guys. I'm upset. But it's all good. I know this is real estate Q&A sessions, but this is what I do every day. I'm out in the field doing stuff like this, so naturally you guys can kind of see what I do. But I'm upset right now because this is the walk-up that I wanted. This is it. This big building right here. It's got 9 units in it, 6,100 square feet. If you look at the area, very nice, desirable area. We're literally 30 minutes. I ain't 30 minutes. We're 30 seconds from downtown right there, straight down there. To the left of us, back behind here, is Bolton Hill, a very desirable area in Baltimore City. High price neighborhood, big brownstones. And then you have Micah College. Micah College is to the left, which anchors Bolton Hill, right? But you see this? This is where we were at. 9-unit building that's fully leased. Fully leased, guys. Listen to that. It's fully leased. fully leased with some cosmetic updates that need to be made, you know, to a couple of the units. But when you think about this and picking up something like this in the city with its locale, and you start thinking about Airbnb and all that kind of stuff, you start getting excited. I was excited. Even if I was only a 25% equity partner, I was excited. And I'm upset right now. I'm upset because we did not win the bid. And I wanted a piece of that 9-unit apartment building. All good, all good, all good. So, guys, yeah, this is Real Estate Q&A sessions every Thursday, 12 o'clock. Appreciate y'all for popping up in here. Got a couple folks. What's on Keneal, Infused Division, Apex VP, what's going on? Infused Division said, what city is this? This is Baltimore City. Illuminating Dev, what's going on, brother? Keneal says, nice. Tailored to Wealth, hey, what's going on? Appreciate y'all for popping up in here. I know some of y'all are from Clubhouse. And some of you guys are normal attendees of this weekly Q&A session that I normally do every week at 12 o'clock. You guys already know how this thing goes. If this is your first time, basically you can ask me anything, everything real estate related. I do my best to answer it, right? A lot of you guys have questions about some of your endeavors, and I might be able to provide some value. So this is where you come and ask those questions. You hit that little button right there, the little question mark button. You ask whatever question you need and or put it in the comment section, and I'll do my best to answer it. What's going on? Only Tay, Infused Division say, saw you on Clubhouse. Yes, I am always on Clubhouse for some reason because it's addicting, but I'm also doing the same thing I do here every week. Every Thursday I do on Clubhouse at least maybe 4 or 5 times a week, sometimes more than that. So appreciate you guys. If you guys are from Clubhouse, I appreciate. I'm going to make sure you send over your bank account information. It's my hard money lender. But yeah, make sure you guys hit the if you guys are new, housekeeping, only thing I ask of you guys while I'm providing all this value is screenshot me, and then take a screenshot me, post it to your story, and tag me and let folks know what we're doing. I provide a lot of value on a week-to-week basis, 33 weeks and counting. That's 33 hours worth of content, video content. The only thing I ask you guys is to share what I'm doing, right? Take a picture, post it to your story, and share, because not everybody gets this much access to be able to ask whatever they want in the real estate world. I am fuming. I'm sorry. I am fuming right now. And I'm going to keep doing this show because, you know, look, it's 33 weeks of counting. I got to uphold my promises. But I am fuming. You know, I am upset. Upset. Hopefully this buyer doesn't perform, right? People bid on auction properties all the time, and auction, what they do is, so I'll give you this scenario with this house. And guys, feel free to, I'm just venting right now, so don't mind me, but you guys can ask whatever questions you need to. You guys know how the show goes. Ask whatever questions in the comment section, or hit the question mark button, ask whatever question you need to, and I'll stop my rant. But I'm just venting right now, so if you guys want to hear me rant, that's fine. But this is how this kind of stuff goes when it comes to deals that are hot, and multi-units that are in prime locations. These deals don't come up that often, especially for what I showed you. These kind of big brownstones and properties like this, they don't hit the market that often, right? And especially for it to hit 45K less than what it initially sold for 6 months ago. Oh gosh. Oh man. It just upsets me. But yeah, you guys already know. Feel free to ask a comment, anything, everything real estate related. You can ask me. I'm just venting right now, so please feel free. But in these scenarios, when you're dealing with like auction properties or auction companies, you know, like this place that was hosting the auction. Typically, what happens is they're going to require an initial deposit, right? And so you can't be a bidder and be playing around, right? You got to know that you want the house. And so what they put in place is a credit card hold. So for this particular property, there was a $20,000 credit card hold. and then you were responsible for a 10% deposit of the overall purchase price. So if the property sold, if the property in bid is $400,000, that means that you will be responsible for $40,000 that goes toward the deposit. That $20,000 credit hold is just to ensure that you are a serious buyer, right? And so you have to have the credit limit of at least $20,000 to bid on that property. But once you turn in your 10% deposit, then that hold gets released, and then you be responsible for whatever the terms the bank says you got to be responsible for. That's how that goes. Was this auction due to unpaid taxes? No. This auction was due to a seller just wanting to sell and thinking that he can get the most money via an auction. That's what this was. So not all auctions are tax auctions. Auctioneers and auction companies do the same thing that real estate agents do. They do the same thing that investors do. They market to sellers, right? And they offer a service. Hey, why not go? Let's not go with a real estate agent. Let's create an auction environment, right? And a lot of people believe that when you when you have an auction in type environment and you put people bidding up against each other, you can create a bidding war and you can get somebody to overpay for the property. So whenever you're going into auction properties, you want to know what your bottom line is, like you're out the door, because you can get carried away and outbid yourself, right? Or overbid yourself when you didn't really need to. And you can find yourself in trouble a lot of times doing that kind of stuff, right? If you don't know what your bottom line is, right? So auctions can be tricky, but they're beneficial for the seller, right? It's the same thing as an agent, right? As an agent, when I have a seller, right, and I have multiple offers, what am I doing? I'm putting up each offer against each other and creating somewhat of a bidding war. I'm creating an urge, a need to want to go above and beyond to create the best offer possible so you can win, or so, you know, so they can win. It's the same thing with an auction, right? And so when these people sit there and they market to these sellers, they're offering the same thing. Hey, we can create a bidding war and get you the most money. Let's do an auction, right? If you want to sell your house, sell it through us, the auction company. So there's auctions for like tax liens and all that kind of stuff. But there's also just regular real estate sales auctions that happen every single day, right? I am so pissed. You know what, just for you guys, I'm gonna run down the numbers, right? I'm gonna run down the numbers. I think I got them in my head. All right. So, and this is what would happen in a deal, like a larger deal, like a development deal, or like a partnership deal for like a development project or something like that. I think I got the numbers in my head. So my buyer was willing to purchase this property, but she did not. Obviously, these kind of properties require large down payments, and they require a lot of upfront money, right? That's called equity, right? And so typically on these kind of deals, you'll go to a bank, and a bank's going to offer you a 30-year product loan, right? And the bank is going to be willing to lend. Let's say the purchase price is $400,000, right? The bank is going to be willing to lend up to 70 to 75% of the overall purchase price. So what is 75%? That means they're willing to lend up to 75%. So if they're willing to lend up to 75%, that means they're willing to lend up to $300,000, right? That means the other 25%, which is $100,000, you are going to be responsible for, right? And so for you guys that don't have $100,000 laying around, right? This is where you start looking at finding partners for deals, right? Finding equity partners, right? And so you just want to do a deal. And as an equity partner, guess what? You are responsible for that 25%, right? So 10% is the deposit, right? To snag the house, to secure the house. And then as a whole, you're responsible for 25% of the total loan purchase price. So if the purchase price is $400,000 and the deposit is 10%, that means that you're responsible for the initial deposit of $40,000. So you pay your $40,000. That actually is a part of the 25%. So you went from, you put down your 40K, that's 40K of the 100K. So when you go to closing, now you're only responsible for 60K. So between you, if you buy it yourself, you're responsible for 60K. If you split it between you and a partner, you got to split half-half. One party's responsible for 30,000. The other party's responsible for 30,000. You can split that 60K up however you want to between multiple parties, right? So if it's 3 people, you split it up 3 ways. If it's 2 people, 2 ways, one, right? So you put up 40K. Out of that 25K, out of that 100K, which is your 25%, when you go to closing, you're responsible for the remaining balance, which is 60K. A lot of people don't have 60K, right? So if you find a partner, and let's say you and your partner want to split 50-50, right? That means that 100K equity, that 25% the bank is saying you're responsible for, you got to split that 50-50. So each partner is responsible for $50,000 a piece. That's what we need to bring to the table. You're responsible for that. So if let's say you split it up 3 ways, right? I'm gonna tell you what we were working on. Right? And it was so last minute. That's why you got to be prepared for this kind of stuff. It was last minute, which is why we didn't, we just saw this house last night. We was trying to put together a deal, whatever. So 3 ways. Let's say the first person is going to put in 50%. That means that she's going to be responsible for $50,000 of that $100,000, right? Let's say there's 2 other partners, myself and somebody else, right? Let's say we split the other 50%, 25% each. So I'm responsible for 25%. The other guy's responsible for 25%, and the first buyer is responsible for 50. That's a 3-way. That's a 3-way deal, right? So let's say I put up $25,000. That is my 25% of the $100,000. I put up $25,000. Right? And I got into this deal. All 3 of us own this property. The first managing member owns 50% equity. The second one owns 25% equity. And the third owns 25% equity. That means, and let's say we agree to split profits in the same manner. So at the end of each month, profits after all expenses, first owner gets 50% of the profits, second owner gets 25%, third owner gets 25%. Running the numbers, I think we were netting about $3,000 a month, or we would net about $3,000 a month, maybe a little more. But let's just say for kicks and giggles, let's say it's $3,000 a month. If I split that, what is 25% of $3,000? That's about close to $750 or $800, right? If I take that $800 profit after all expenses, and that's what I walk away with every single month after putting in 25% equity, I'm gonna net at the end of the year about $4,100 or $4,500, right? I know you're thinking about this, right? But damn, he put 25%. He put $25,000 in, which is 25% equity, and he's only getting, $4,500 a year off of that $25,000. Well, do the math, right? If I put up $25,000 and I'm able to get $4,500 back in return, that's 16 to 18% return on investment of my money. So I'm able to get my money back at a 16 to 18% ROI. And I only put in $25,000 in order to get that additional stream of income. And I'm also able to get 16 to 18% ROI on cash return on my money. Most people ain't getting, hell, 8 to 10%, right? And so that's the beauty of partnering with other people on these larger deals, is because you don't have to assume all of the financial you don't have to assume the burden of all the equity, right? You don't have to do that. So you're right. It will take you 3 years to get your money back. You damn right. 3 years to get $25,000 back, and I own 25% of a 9-unit apartment building. I have 25% equity into a 9-unit apartment building, which is going to cash flow, which cash flows right now at about $5,100 a month. That's as is. That's without any renovations. That's without coming in and doing value add plays and increasing the rent $50 here or $100 here, you know what I'm saying, and being justified in doing so. So at bare minimum operating cost right now as it is, $5,100, and you can assume it would be more once you put a little money into the property, and you add some carpet, some cabinets when tenants move out during turnover. You win, right? So no, you don't have to go out and buy a $500,000 property by yourself and finance it all by yourself. I just gave you guys a perfect breakdown of what it's like to have partners in a deal and how you can structure a deal between 2 to 3 people, right? And so instead of you being responsible for $100,000, maybe you're only responsible for $25,000. And if you can find and put $25,000 up, right, and get 18 or 16 to 18% back off that money, then you win. You win. And then between you and your partners, if you say, okay, well, after 5 to 7 years, when the loan term ends, we want to sell it instead of refinance. Well, if it was agreed upon beforehand, whatever you sell it for, your proceeds are what you agreed upon based on the equity you put into the property. So I'd be getting back 25% of the proceeds of the property if it was to sell, or if we decided to sell after 5 to 7 years. I am so upset, guys. I am so upset. But, you know, I think I get more upset the more I sit out here in front of this property and look at it and be like, damn, I could be a part owner in this 9-unit apartment building, but I'm not. So, you know, I've learned this. Somebody told me this a while ago. They said the best deal for you is the deal you never did. I'm not doing this deal. So I guess it's a good thing I'm not doing this deal. I will probably feel bad all for the rest of the day, right? Even though there's a bunch of different auctions, you know, you win some, you lose some, you don't get every deal, right? It's just the nature of the game. This one, I feel like we were right in reach, and we had some communication issues right at the end, and it was right around the price range. We really pulled the trigger, $455. I think we would have went up to $460 and snagged the damn deal, right? Snagged it. But, you know, some stuff happened, communication. So yes, I lost out on that deal. Hopefully, what I do hope is that, and if it's all in God's will, right? The buyer doesn't perform. If he doesn't perform, then guess what? I'm gonna call after I get off this call. I'm calling the auction company. I'm telling them to consider us for a backup offer. That's how you win when people don't perform. So you're damn right I'm still interested in this damn thing, and I want to make sure that we're in position if the buyer does not perform, that we're next up in line. So that is how you guys can structure a deal that is way outside of your price range. If you do have cash, of course, it's going to require you to have cash. Now, here's one thing that you can do. As if you have a house that needs $100,000 down, yes, you can get equity partners involved, right? And you split it 4 ways, 2 ways, depending on how many equity partners you have, right? But let's say you have a buyer that, wants to, buy and it needs $100,000, and, you want to get in on the deal, but you say, look, let's say the house needs rehabbing, right? And you're a developer. Hey, well, not a developer yet. I'm going to get there. But I can say this. Hey, I'm willing to put in on the deal, but offer sweat equity in exchange for equity in the property, right? What is sweat equity? I, as the emerging developer, am willing to develop this property for a 50% or 25% exchange in equity in the deal. That means that the majority owner would have to finance the deal. I would renovate the deal, and then I would be inside the deal with whatever I'm able to negotiate on the back end. So my equity comes in sweat. I gotta go renovate this house. I gotta develop it and make it look all nice, XYZ. That I'm doing that in exchange for not having to come out of pocket on the front end for equity. If that makes any sense. So let's say I have an old lady who's racked up in cash, right? Let's say she's got $100,000 that she needs to put down. And she comes to me and says, hey, I need somebody to develop this house for me. And I want to find a partner. And I say, cool, I will be your partner. And in exchange for equity, I will put in sweat equity. I will develop this project for you. But I want a 25 to 50% return when it comes to the proceeds on the back end. So instead of me having to put upfront money up, I exchange upfront money with, dude, if you don't get up, I think that's the buyer right there. Yo, I think the buyer just pulled up. I'm finna ask their asses. I think the buyer just pulled up. No bullshit. I think they won the bid and it's like, yo, let's come see it. I'm legit about to ask them, like, hey, you guys, watch this. Hold on, this is them right here. They legit just pulled up and was pointing at the property, which is right there. I know this is not regular Q&A stuff, but this is very interesting. I legit think that this is the buyer. Oh shit, he just hit that car. Oh snap. Did he hit that car? Oh, okay. Okay, no he didn't. All right, we're gonna wait here, guys. This is pretty interesting, because if they pop out and they start looking at that house, then I'm gonna walk up to this. Hey, you guys just bought this, didn't you? I hope you perform, because I'm right behind you. Hold on. Yeah, I think this is them. They came up, they pulled up, pointing. Hold on. It's getting out. No, he's excited. He's like, yeah, we just won this bid. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Let's see what happens, guys. Oh, no problem. You guys looking for this house? You just won the bid? How do I know that? Because I was bidding too. I was bidding too, man. Congrats. Thank you. We had some communication issues on the last 10 seconds, and we couldn't get it in. It was like,
I'm very sorry. What was your last bet?
I think we were at 440.
Come this way. I don't want crazy.
445 or 450 or something like that.
Oh, you know, about 4 months ago, that building sold in the auction.
500.
Why?
He didn't perform.
Yeah.
He didn't perform, and so that's why. Because I was talking to them this morning, and they said that they went in. I was surprised. I thought it was going to get back up there.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
Yeah.
When I ran my numbers, I was like, 450 still works.
Oh,
460 easy.
But well, it's not. Come. It's not.
Stay in the front office every night.
Yeah, man.
What's going on, brother?
How you?
Good.
It's 455. It's probably gonna end up about 590. You get the auction fee 5%, and I don't know how bad is it from the inside.
Well, I didn't get a chance to look inside either.
I could make you look when we get it in.
Yeah.
We own about 30 buildings in Baltimore area. And that's what I do for a living.
Same thing.
Okay.
I have about 10 I have 10 properties now, about 13 doors.
Right.
I actually live in Reservoir Hill. It's one of my investment properties over there as well.
But you're from around here? We're from Alexandria, Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And we come here every day. Not every day, 3 times a week.
Yeah.
It's been, to be honest, Baltimore been really good.
It's a nice. There's a lot of opportunities out there. And when you start looking at some of the developments that's going on over on North Avenue, right over here, and then over behind the reservoir, on the back end of Reservoir Hill,
we own 2 buildings there. We own 2 buildings there.
Oh,
yeah,
you know then.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, are you guys planning to do a value add here?
Oh, yeah. I'll make this building look like brand new when I'm done.
I was so like,
I'm very sorry to hear that.
You guys looking to buy anything else around here?
Yeah. If you see, the numbers have to work right. This is now, it's going to break up to be about 50 grand per door. By the time you finish with everything, it's going to be about 75 grand per door. That's still pretty good. That will bring about 15% with the rental.
That's what I ran on I was running a pro forma, and I was like, yeah.
The number works. I own some property down in Northern Virginia. Bring no money. Baltimore is one of the few cities that's left. You could still make decent money in rental.
Cash flow.
Yes.
You cash flow.
Yeah.
That's why I tell folks, I say, look, it's okay to buy in DC, but you're buying for legacy down there. Come here if you want cash flow.
I'm glad you mentioned DC. 5 years from now, 7 years from now, this is going to be like DC.
Oh, you know it. We're right here.
Yeah.
We're right here, man.
Take my phone number. Give me a phone number.
Yeah, let me get your phone number, man.
My office. We have an office not too far from here also.
Okay.
It would be a pleasure.
Maybe. Well, I got a degree in architecture.
Wow. Definitely give me.
Degree in architecture, developing, investing. I do it all.
Yeah. I'll let you in. Give me your opinion when we open it.
I also got a contracting company.
Oh, wow. Okay. Maybe we could do something together. Alan, that's my name.
Rashaad.
Rashaad. Salam alaikum.
Yes, sir. Not Muslim.
That's good.
Not
salam
Muslim.
is peace on you.
Oh,
Muslim or no Muslim? What difference would that make?
Doesn't make any difference. How you doing, brother?
You're good. You know, people are dumb. They look at color, religion, this and that. This is 2020. Are you for real? That said, I grew up in Africa. 80-90% of, I don't see color until I came to this country and they show me this is this is that, this is this. Like, no.
Divided.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's just stupid. It's not even division. It's like you're dumb.
Yeah.
You're just dumb.
Yeah, man. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Let me get your number. And I was in there with my Wi-Fi on, and I was bidding up as the countdown was going on, you know. But it's all good. Is this your largest development?
No. We have units that's 11. We have unit that's 7. We have unit that's 5. They vary.
You guys do any JVing?
No.
Partnering?
No. I mean, there is always a first time. I haven't done that, but you know.
We'll talk. I mean, I think we could make some.
Call me so I have your phone number or send me a text.
Got you. I'll shoot you a text and so we'll go through it. Yeah. I'd love to see it inside.
Same here. Next week.
Next week, brother.
I'll let you in.
Yes, sir. Y'all saw that? Damn it! Damn it! He won the bid and he pulled up right after. He won the bid for the 9-unit apartment. Oh my gosh. Oh man, I knew he was the buyer as soon as he pulled up and he was pointing, but let me tell y'all how smooth this dude was. He does this because he pulled up and he has no care in the world. He's like, yeah, I just want to see the inside. You guys heard the conversation, but he's out there chilling, smoking a cigarette, and oh gosh, dang, man. And I done met the buyer too. He's like, yeah, my bad, I'm sorry. But the good thing I got out of that was that I just met another developer, and you know, he seems pretty friendly, pretty cool, and seems willing to you know, meet me in a you know, in a separate setting, which is pretty damn cool, because he's got, I think I don't know how many buildings he said, 13 or something like that around here. But you know, that's the silver lining. You know, I got his phone number. You know, I'm upset. I definitely know that he's gonna perform. He looks like he's gonna perform. I don't think that he's gonna not perform, because he looks like he does this for real. But other than that, you know, it's hey, there's a tenant. You might want to ask her, see if she can get in.
Is that the one that lives there?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, so lessons learned today, guys. You know, it is what it is. You know, just it is what it is. But this is if you guys didn't know, for anybody that's new, you know, I know I'm up here, you know, talking, you know, real estate every week. But if there's anything that shows you that I'm really out here, it was today, right? I'm really out here. So, you know, just keep that in mind. If you guys want to get involved in things like that, this is what it takes. You got to be out here in front of these deals, doing whatever you can, getting on the phone to secure these deals, right? If you're not offering anything, you're not winning anything. You can want a house all day, every day, but if you're not putting in any offers, you're not going to win anything. You're not going to win a house. You're not going to win nothing, right? So, you know, this is all the hunt. Like this part for me is exciting, right? The exciting part for me is hunting for hot deals, hunting for deals that are, you know, that are hot, and it's almost like the chase. You know what I'm saying? Like a cheetah chasing a whatever, you know, gazelle. That's the exciting part for me, right? That's the exciting part for me. So, you know, I'm glad that this actually happened. Not that I lost the bid, but I'm glad that you guys got to see some in the field type stuff and hear how some of these larger deals are structured with partners and things like that. Give you guys a good example of what happens with, you know, what investors go through. He sounded like he was from Russia. And he's got overseas money. He's riding around in a Cadillac, looks like a 2020 Cadillac Escalade. So, does he have $113,000 to cover his 25% equity cost? I'm pretty damn sure he does. You know, maybe I can ask him if he'd be willing to partner on the deal still. You know what? Maybe that's what I'm gonna do. He said he doesn't do partners or JV, but maybe if I tell him, look, man, I'm willing to put up 25%. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I can still get in the deal. Maybe that's the silver lining right there. Maybe I met him and he'd be willing to, or convinced to let me get in on a deal with him. You know, so yeah, so maybe that's the silver lining. Hopefully, I'm definitely about to text him or call him. Because guys like that got money on the back end, if you're a wholesaler, those are the cats you want in your pocket. If you find them their criteria, oh, they got law money, they'll be willing to pay, right? So that is just a lesson in what we got going on. This is real estate Q&A. This is real estate Q&A. Real estate investing Q&A sessions week 33. In the field with you guys. I hope you guys appreciated everything, especially this in-depth field type of episode today. Just kind of, my life at this point in time. But I'm glad you guys enjoyed yourself. I know a lot of people popped up in here and you guys got to see some live action of what goes on during the deal. It's Janae, your shorter boss, Millimeter, Newtown superstar, Patrick, LA, the dream home catcher, AJ Las Vegas realtor, Only Tay, Holes, who guys? You guys usernames are getting more complicated. Love. I'm just gonna say that. What's going on? Polished Pretty Woman. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate y'all for popping up in here, and peeping me during a live auction bid and trying to secure a deal on the spot. But other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and clock out of here. If you guys want to check me out, I'm on Clubhouse. I'm on Clubhouse every day. I do a lot more of these every day on Clubhouse. And then I also do this once a week. So if you guys haven't done so, screenshot this, post it to your story, tag me, let folks know what we're doing every day, or let folks know what we're doing. That's where the real value is. And then also, if you have the opportunity, go to Clubhouse and follow me on Clubhouse, because I do this every single day, all the time. So other than that, I'll see you guys later. You guys take it easy. I'm gonna go find another deal, and that'll be that. All right, guys. See you a little later. Peace.